Laman. Hello everyone, we are from Group 3 and right now we will present our presentation about consumer learning. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Arif Ramansyah with my three last digit of MPM is 123 and with me my friend Muhammad Afan with his three last digit of NPM is 096. Okay, so consumer learning. Consumer learning is a process that evolves and changes as consumer acquire knowledge from experience, observation, and interaction with others. And next is classical conditioning. Classical conditioning is viewed as a knee-jerk or automatic response that builds up through repeated exposure and reinforcement. And next is associative learning. Contemporary behavioral scientists view classical conditioning as learning the association among events that enable consumer to expect and anticipate events rather than being a reflexive action. This is seen as cognition associative learning, not the acquisition of new reflex, but the acquisition of new knowledge about the world. And next is instrumental conditioning. Instrumental conditioning is operant conditioning is based on the notion that learning occurs through a trial and error process with habits formed as a result of rewards received for certain response or behaviors. Like classical conditioning, instrumental conditioning requires a link between a stimulus and a response. However, in instrumental conditioning, the stimulus that result in the most rewarded response is one that is learned. Next is customer satisfaction and retention. Savvy marketers reinforce customer satisfaction by consistently providing high quality. Marketers must provide the best value for their money and simultaneously avoid raising consumers' expectation beyond what the products can deliver. Companies must not assume that more attractive prices and broader product line will make customers more satisfied. And this is key components of observational learning. First is attention. The individual must pay attention to the model behavior and its consequences in order to learn from it. And next is retention. Retention is the individual must be able to remember or retain the observed behavior for later use. And next is reproduction. The individual must be capable of reproducing or imitating the observed behavior. And the last is motivation. Motivation is the individual must have a motivation or incentive to perform the observed behavior. Next is cognitive learning. Cognitive learning is a broad theoretical framework encompassing various processes involved in acquiring knowledge, understanding concepts, and developing problem-solving skills. It emphasizes the role of internal mental process such as perception, memory, attention, reasoning, and language in shaping learning and behavior. Consumer involvement and hemispheric lateralization. Consumer involvement is a crucial concept in understanding consumer behavior as it directly influences how individuals engage with products, service, brands, and marketing stimuli. Consumer involvement reflects the level of interest, personal relevance, and emotional investment that individuals have in a particular purchase decision or product category. And next is hemispheric lateralization. Hemispheric lateralization, also known as cerebral lateralization or brain lateralization, refers to the phenomenon where certain cognitive function or process are more dominant in one hemisphere of the brain than the other. The human brain is divided into two hemispheres, the left and the right, connected by the corpus callosum, a bundle of nerve fibers. Each hemisphere is responsible for controlling specific function and behaviors, although they work together in many complex tasks. And next is outcomes and measure of consumer learning. For marketers, the goals of consumer learning are increase market share and brand loyal customer. These goals are interdependent. Brand loyal customer are the core of a stable and growing market share, and brands with larger market share have this disproportionately large number of loyal buyers. And next is the study case. It will be presented by Atpan.
Okay, I will present about the case. First, Apple strategies to affect consumer learning and processing behavior. Apple uses a multi-faceted approach to affect consumer learning and influence purchasing behavior. Some strategies include emotional connection, simplicity and usability, social identity, product ecosystem, limited product release, and user experience. Next. The importance of consumer learning for Apple product. Learning consumer behavior, not just a desired pursuit for Apple. It's an essential cornerstone of their business strategy. There is an expanded look at why consumer learning is crucial for Apple, like product development, marketing strategy, consumer experience, brand loyalty, innovation, and competitive advantage. Next. So the conclusion, in conclusion, Apple's strategy to affect consumer learning and influence purchasing behavior is a crucial aspect of its success. By focusing on emotional connection, simplicity, and usability, social identity, product ecosystem, limited product release, user experience, storytelling, advertising, map pricing, community building, and customer-centric sales and marketing, Apple has been able to create a cult-like following around its product and service.
Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.